Hello everybody and welcome back to Toad Gaming. Sorry for not posting in a bit, we'll try to establish a consistent schedule again, but let's get right into the game. I get greedy and try setting up right away with my squirrel. He sets up some toxic spikes, then ruins my plan with the haze. I start jumping around and shaking the ground, doing a nice chunk to the sea urchin over there. He switches into the frost slash, I'm still shaking the ground, doing a nice chunk. He goes for the will-o-wisp, completely cripples my gradient, but I don't care, still give him that fire fang. He starts talking trash over there, and now my squirrel can't dance with his swords, get damage from that burn. I go for the aggressive switch into my Honchkrow, which clearly does not pay off, take a huge chunk. Go for the sucker punch, does absolutely nothing, decides to burn my crow as well. He decides to cruelly finish me off with the Tox effects. I go for the U-turn, ram into the Rocky Helm, take myself out. I then decide to go into the Iron Leaves, get hit with those spikes. He switches into the Greninja, I decide to dance with those swords. The frog is afraid of my swords and goes right back into the Tox effects. I go for the Leaf Blade, do a huge chunk, but take a big chunk from that recoil. Go for another Leaf Blade, take out the wall over there. He goes back into the beat up Frost Slash, outspeeds me, takes me out with the Ice Beam. Off the down I go into my Sneasler, eat up those spikes, he goes for the will-o-wisp, cripples me. I said, I don't care, keep dancing with those swords. He gives me a nice beam of ice, does a good chunk, but Sneasler doesn't care. Keep dancing with those swords. Goes for another beam of ice, Sneasler just hangs on. Go for the acrobatics, do barely anything to Frost Slash. Finally go down to the burn. I'm clearly not playing this game optimally, but I don't care. Just gonna keep setting up with my floor just now. Go for those Calm Minds. He switches around a little bit, goes back into the Frost Slash. I go for that Terra Steel, take him out with the Moonblast. He goes back into the Jamming Lizard, I go for the Protect, which is a horrible play. He copies my strategy, sets up right in front of my face. Fires off the Overdrive, does barely anything, gets that special attack boost. I'm still calming my mind over here. Shoots off another Overdrive, Floor just eats that right up. I go for the Wish, get some leftovers. He goes into the Slacking, I fire off a Moonblast, do a huge chunk, even get the special attack lower. Get my health back. He goes into the Rayquaza, does not matter. He goes for the Earthquake, does a huge chunk, but Floor just hangs on. Takes him out in one shot with the Moonblast. Goes back into the Ninja Frog. I go for the Protect to see what he's gonna do. Eat up that Hydro Pump, he turns into a full water. Goes for another Hydro Pump, Floor just eats that right up. I go for the Wish, getting a little greedy over here. He goes back into the Slacking. I fire off the Moonblast. Take him out, get all my health back, and then my opponent forfeits. Good game.